All right, so I'm here in SDS 2022, and a few weeks ago I made a video in Untitled Structures, basically on the snap or create surface view with edge and create surface view commands. And I had actually programmed those about 10 years ago when I was at Tekla, and I made those because I was missing a very popular and almost essential feature that I had in SDS2 when I started out in 3D detailing. And I've been catching up on the training this week, and I wanted to showcase the actual feature that I like in SDS2 because it's fantastic for production, especially when you're manually modeling or you're checking things and measuring things in the model. So here on the Layout tab, if you come over to about midway through, there's a snap to surface, far side surface, and then adjacent basically surface. So let me just walk you through each of these. If you activate the main command, basically, if I hovered over, let's say, for instance, the web here, if I click on this, it'll highlight that surface, it orientates me here, and it gets me exactly in this view. And my work plane and everything are basically right here. So if I started modeling in stiffeners or material or whatever, basically it's going to be right here on this surface and on this face, which is exactly what I want. I don't want to be at the center line of the beam in this case. And so this is really fantastic. The other thing too is I like how they programmed how the Z orientation, depending on the member that you pick or the surface that you're picking, you don't notice it. You're just like, oh yeah, this is how it should be. But you actually have to do some thinking about what is the user picking on, how should you orientate them on that surface. And that's why I had to make two separate commands over in Untitled Structures when I made it, because this, that was a little bit tricky to kind of figure out exactly what the user wanted. Now I'm going to revert back here. So we'll go back to 3D. And then there's this adjacent view. And this is fantastic, like especially if you were in a 2D view already and you wanted to get to like an adjacent surface, like a top flange or the edge of a plate or something like that. So watch this. This other command here is snap to adjacent surface. And so if I click on this surface here, basically you'll see on the prompt at the lower left, there's a next option, and it's highlighting, do you want basically this surface? And I'll say no. Do you want this one? No, this one, and I'll just say, yeah, hey, I want to snap to that surface. So it's actually brought me now to the surface of that plate exactly on that edge or that adjacent edge. So watch, I'll repeat that again here now that I'm in a 2D view. And so I'll pick on this top surface, and then basically it just, if I just go next by middle mouse button, you can see that the blue line shows up here on the right side of the plate, and I'm going to go ahead and accept that. So I'll left click, boom, it brings me right to the surface or the face of that. And once I'm done, I can just revert back and then go back to my primary view or orientation that I had set before. So really cool command. Again, snap to surface, one of the best productivity navigation tools in SDS2.
If you found this content useful, please subscribe to our channel and press the alerts button to be notified when we upload new content.